Strawberry. I hope you had a good day and a good week. I hope that the audio is okay. For some reason, my headphones aren't playing sound in my ear, but when I listen back to the video, it sounds fine. I just can't hear it in real time, so hopefully I can figure that out for future videos. But for now, I'm kind of going in blind, and I've got like the fan on because it's really hot. It's really hot. I live in a desert, and I don't have AC, so you're gonna have to cope with that, unfortunately. Not that I think it's that loud anyway, but. And then my bedroom door is open so that my cats can come and go as they please. So you may hear my roommate cooking in the kitchen downstairs, but it shouldn't be that bad. But yeah, disclaimer aside, I really missed you guys. I hope you're doing well. I feel like I always say that when it's been a while since I filmed. I've been kind of in a rut recently. I've just been not feeling like doing anything, and yeah, it's just been difficult for me to be productive. I'm truly in the summer mindset, I guess. Yeah, and it just sucks because I don't have work or class, and every summer before this, I've had something to do, and this is the first summer that I haven't had anything, so it feels really weird. Yeah, and you would think that I would be making a million videos and being able to put a lot more time and effort into, I don't know, social media and stuff, but I just have not had the motivation. I don't know. When I'm not doing anything, it's hard for me to get the motivation to be productive about anything, if that makes sense. I'm happy when I do my laundry and I put it away. That's a productive thing for me to do. I'm sure a lot of people can relate. I think I don't know if it's just an ADHD thing, or it might honestly also be a little bit of depression. I get that every summer. I get really sad during the summer, I guess, and I just kind of find it hard to do things. It's been pretty rainy today though, and I really love it when that happens. The past week or two, there's been a couple rainy days, and those really lift my mood. So today's one of those days. It was thundering like crazy earlier. And yeah, so I'm feeling pretty good. But for this video, I had some people ask me to do a tattoo tour, tattoo tracing, so this is me finally doing that. I wanted to wait until my tattoo is more healed, and it's plenty healed now, because I think I had my last session end of April. Now it's July, so it's been long enough. And it's been nice for me to kind of sit on it as well, if that makes sense. But I hope you guys can hear kind of the skin sounds. That's gonna be a lot of this video, and then also I just figured I would brush a bit. I know some people also do Q-tip sounds as well. I'm sorry, I just hit the mic with that. I got my Q-tip. I go through a million. Oh my gosh. Ignore that this one has some makeup on it. I was wiping the mascara out of my eye because my eye was bothering me. But I can also do this. this girl's video where she was using a Q-tip and it was really tingly, and I wish I could link her, but that was the only video of hers I've seen, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find it again. But anyway, I'm gonna start with my Vine, which is my biggest one, because I'll just go from my shoulder down, and I'll say this tattoo is both an extension and a cover-up. If you guys have been watching me since I basically started my channel, I didn't have any tattoos when I started. I think I got my first one in March. I got it on my mom's birthday, and I started my channel on the October before that. So I had my channel for a good 6 months, I want to say, when I got my first tattoo, but before I got my first tattoo. So you guys saw it when I first got it, and I don't think I had the videos up of me first showing it. I didn't make a whole video dedicated, but I don't think I kept those videos. But you can see how it used to look. It was this Vine portion right here. Oh, and I can also film this video now because I'm filming on my phone, which is HD. You wouldn't be able to see as well on the webcam. So, finally. And my cat broke my phone end of April, so it's taken a couple months for me to get a new phone. It's just my dad's old one. It's not brand new, but it works, and I honestly don't really care. Yeah, so it went from here, this leaf, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. This is the last one. You can see where it transitioned to the new Vine. It's just darker, because I guess that guy was maybe a little more heavy-handed, or I think also just different ink. And so even with her layering on top, she didn't fill in the middles as much as these ones look, just because they're smaller leaves underneath. But she did a really good job replicating the shading and stuff. She did a new design kind of with the leaves. This is a Pothos Vine, by the way. The significance of this tattoo is that my grandma, who passed away in 2021, she was another mother to me. I was very close with her. She's one of the most important people in my life. As I'm looking at my desk, I have 3 photos on my desk. One is me as a baby with my mom and my dad. One is my mom and my grandma, and the other one is just of my grandma. So she's in 2 of the photos I have on my desk. I've got 2 photos that my mom is in, 1 photo with my dad, and 1 photo of me, I guess, as a baby in that one. My point is, when I would write down my immediate family, my parents and my brothers, I would always include my grandma on that list too. Sorry to my other grandma and my other grandpas and my aunts and uncles and cousins, but my grandma, I guess I'll call her my mama. I'll just call her mama. I call her mama, and then her name, I wouldn't even call her grandma. She was Mexican, so you'd think I would call her abuelita, but I just always call her mama. I don't know, I just always considered her my immediate family. I was very close with her. So, she had this Pothos, in her room, in her bathroom actually. And it was always long and beautiful, and she would trim it back every once in a while, and it would grow back, but she had it completely around her window. And I had actually wrote a little poem the last time I was at her house. I don't know. Last time I was at her house before she died, I should say. I just had a feeling as I was sitting there and the sun was coming in through the window, and I was looking at the plant, and I was I want to write a little poem about this moment. Little did I know that'd be the last time. hanging out. But yeah, my point is, both those remind me of her. I have like 7 or 8 of them. I have a bunch of different varieties. My mom used to also keep pothos. It's just very much like a Mexican grandmother, mother thing. We love our pothos. I don't know. And if you go to any like Mexican's kitchen and they have like some plants, they will have a pothos just like in the kitchen or around a window. Like, I don't know. And they'll like cut it and put it in water, and there'll be like a million of them that they all propagated from the same plant. So, and I actually have that plant in my room. But yeah, so I got the portion of the vine, these bits. And I got her handwriting. It says, "I love you very much." I love this. I love that I can like look down at this. I don't know. I don't know if you guys would say this is an awkward placement. The guy was pretty, I mean, all I had at the time was obviously he did the vine and then this wrapped around it because, you know, it flowed. I will say, when I sent him my reference for what I wanted the vine to be, I wanted it to like go like this, like a U shape almost, to frame my like elbow ditch. And then he just gave me like a thing, and I felt kind of pressured to not change it, because I had came like the day before. I had came the day before wanting the tattoo, and I called ahead and they said, you don't have to make an appointment, just like this is we're open this time, this is like an okay time to come in. And I was like, okay. I came in, they're fully booked. I'm like, okay. And the guy who tattooed me just so happened to be like, I could take you tomorrow. And then he was like, just DM me on Instagram the details, like your reference pictures. So it was like an overnight thing. He did his sketch overnight because I came in the next day for the tattoo, and it was like completely not what I asked for either. I like specifically set up pothos vine, and the vine he did was like, the leaves were like wrinkled, so it was not a pothos, it wasn't even like an ivy. I'm trying to think, as a botanist, I'm like, what leaf pattern was that for? I don't even know. It's not a plant that I've ever owned. And he was even kind of like annoying about me changing the pattern, like redraw it as I was there. So I had to like go sit in the waiting room while he redrew it. So I didn't want to like keep making him redraw it. And the leaf shapes were like closer to what I wanted. So I was like, okay, that's fine. And yeah, I just kind of went with it. And he was very much like, when he's putting the stencil down, like he's like, make sure this is the part you want, because I don't want to keep wasting stencil. I was like, okay. So yeah, which like, yeah, it was a really not fun experience. He was just not the best at like handling clients, and he was like talking shit about like stickers. Not the crow, I'm sorry. I kind of love them. I love the crows. I love a corvus. Anyway, yeah, he talked shit about like Pinterest tattoos and like sticker sleeves and stuff while he was tattooing me, and I was like, okay. I don't know. I think maybe I brought up Pinterest tattoos or something. I was like talking about something, and he was like talking shit about it. Which that's never been like my style anyway. but I'm still like, damn. Okay, not everyone likes huge black and gray pieces, which was what he did, which is what he does, I guess. Anyway, this part is falling apart. That's crazy. But yeah, so that wasn't fun. I guess I should give you guys like a little pain scale or something for this piece. First ever tattoo. It was pretty big, actually. It took like maybe an hour, a little less than an hour, like 45 minutes. Wasn't bad. Like, I just was sitting there staring out the window the whole time because I didn't want to like be on my phone. So I was kind of bored, but like we were kind of chatting, so it was whatever. My mom was like sitting nearby, so I was just kind of making faces at my mom. It was really I mean, she's a picture of me getting tattooed, and most of the pictures are just me like straight-faced. Like, the part that did, hurt a bit was the part that was like, it's literally in my fucking elbow ditch, by the way. 2 of the leaves are like right fucking there. But it still like wasn't that bad. It wasn't that long of a tattoo, so I would say once you're getting like to the 2-hour mark, I think that's when you really will start to experience the pain, which is what I had when I did the whole thing, because we broke it up into a lot of different sessions because she wanted to see, because I got a female artist did the like cover up / like extending it all the way. She wanted to see how her ink would like heal compared to his ink, so that helped her, with trying to mesh it together so it wasn't as obvious. So we did 2-hour session for the outline. That hurt the most. The outline's always a bitch because that's just like the straight like lines, and those are the ones that are like very knife like. That session only 2 hours, but like I was like, at certain points I would just like with my right hand grab my hair at the base of my skull and just kind of hold it there because I was just like, damn. Also, I've never used numbing cream or anything for any of my tattoos. I don't even know if any of the tattoo artists I've worked with use them. They've never even offered. I don't feel like my tattoos are that big though. If I was doing a full sleeve, I might ask, especially like outline day, if we're doing a full sleeve, I might be like, numbing cream might be nice if we're doing like a 3-4 hour thing. But then that, like, I really prefer to keep it like 2 hours because the stenciling was like a whole hour and a half. Like, I ended up being there for like 4 hours in total, and it's just really tiring and exhausting, and I never eat enough, so that doesn't help. But yeah, so honestly, pain wasn't that bad for the initial one. Outline of the whole cover up hurt like a bitch. And then the next 2 hours, I think 2.5, was just her doing the bottom, like up to here or something. Right. Yeah. And then I think the last 3-hour session I did was the top, and that's like all new. No, going over other spots. That last session was honestly the easiest because, I mean, I guess this part is semi near my armpit. Yeah, it is pretty near my armpit. That part was a little sensitive. And then right here is a little close to my collarbone. So that was also a little, but none of them were to the point of like being bad. Like, I would only take a break after like an hour and a half whenever she would ask me. I never was like, I need a break. I would just kind of wait until she was like, I'm gonna take a smoke break. Or if I was like, I gotta piss. And that was pretty much it. I honestly prefer to just like get it over and done with. I don't want to take a break every like 30 minutes, or else your adrenaline's gonna wear off. Ugh, my hair. Anyway, so that was pretty chill. Like I said, outline was honestly the worst part. And the most painful bits are always just like here and here. Like the sensitive, thin area. Like the areas where your skin is thin. The pollens honestly don't hurt that much. Like it's definitely a different kind of pain, but it's a little more bearable. So like here and like this one's pretty like on my wrist. But it wasn't that bad. But yeah. So, love this tattoo. So now you know about my pothos. Like these little leaves are so cute. I love that she did some like folded ones. Oh, like this one has a little fold too. But yeah, I had asked her to add this one. I like it because I liked when I do off the shoulder. I didn't want just this to show. At the same time, I wish I had asked her to place it differently because it's really high up. Like, I know that would have hurt more, but I wish I had had it frame. But also, I want to get a chest tattoo with, like, the kind of traditional clouds. And I want to probably do a star. A little star in the middle. And, like, some maybe throughout. Little smaller ones throughout. And I think I'm just gonna have the clouds frame on both sides, so I will still frame that bit just with a different tattoo, so it's fine. But I do wish I had thought about that. Even she took her time with the stencil, but there was just so much. It was my whole fucking arm, so I still like didn't pay attention to all the details, which I know I should have. I should have looked at every single fucking leaf. Which they're fine. I like the art. At the same time, I don't want to like nitpick someone's art, even if it's going on me, because I feel like the whole point of me going to an artist who is coming up with a custom design for me, and it's not just something I found on Pinterest, and it's not something that I drew. Like, I want their art on me, so I don't want to change it too much, you know? So I just want it to flow well with the movement of my arm. I love this bit maybe the most. I just like the delicate little, that it's like wrapped around my butterfly. I think that's really cute. Yeah, I really like it. There was a bit where I was like, oh, maybe I should have wrapped it around my arm or something. But I'm kind of just like, I'll get a different tattoo on the back of my arm. I don't know what though. I don't know. The thing was, I wanted this pothos to be like the, what do you call it? Like that piece that goes in between my other pieces. But I wanted to do it first so I could like kind of do my other ones around it instead of trying to like stick it between other tattoos in case they were too big. But it kind of ended up just being my whole inner arm instead of like a wrapping around my arm like I think I was sort of imagining. And again, that was my fault for not saying anything. And I still love it. Like, I don't regret it or anything. But yeah, like I said, it's a pothos for my grandma, so it's definitely my most sentimental tattoo. But yeah, I was just happy. She's also the one that added the heart to I love you very much, because the dude just put a dot there, like a period for some reason, which that can be cute. I love you very much, period. My grandma was the type to always draw hearts in her cards and stuff though. I didn't include a heart in the thing I sent him. I just took a picture of the sentence. I was not expecting him to put the random dot. So I'm glad she changed that. That was really nice. And she actually did that when she was doing my snake. So it was before the vine. So I'll show my snake was the third tattoo I got though, but I got it from the same artist who did my vine. And she's the artist I plan on going to for a lot of my bigger tattoo ideas. She charges $180 an hour, by the way. So she takes $100 deposits, but that goes towards the cost of your tattoo. So I guess you can put together how much this one cost. The guy I got it with from originally, I think it was $260 or $280. I want to say it was like 2 hours. I'll just say another 2 hours and then 3 hours. So I want to say like 7. So 7 hours times 180. It was over $1,000 total. I will say that. But yeah. So obviously way more expensive than the one Vine that I got. Worth it. Honestly, they had like the same hourly rate. I feel like 180. It was really similar. Maybe it was 180 for my Vine. I thought it was over 2. And then I tipped 20 and that was 200. I don't remember. It was like the same amount of, like they had like the same rate per hour and her work was 1,000 times better and she spent like hours on the stencil, or an hour on the stencil, hour and a half, and she drew up, she had like 10 different designs for me when I came in. The difference was insane. Anyway, sorry, not for the Vine, that was for my snake. She had 10 different. For the Vine though, like I said, she had like a bunch of different things and she changed it, like based on what I said. Anyway, I will not be tattooed by men anymore. Made that mistake with my first one and I'm not doing it again. Anyway, my butterfly was my second one. This one's also a bit sentimental because I got this one also sort of for my grandma / my mom. A lot goes into this one because my mom had this card with a blue butterfly on the front that I was obsessed with. And it was like a swallowtail and I always loved it. And then I had this pillowcase and it was a birthday card for her. I had this pillowcase that also had this exact butterfly design. And that's the one that I literally got like photo printed basically on my arm. So this is like a copy design, but not one I got off Pinterest. I got it off an item I literally own from like the 2000s. So I don't think anyone else has this. It is a swallowtail butterfly. I'm obsessed with the blue ones in particular, but I do not want color tattoos, so I got it in black. And I got my mom's birthday in Roman numerals because this was kind of for my mom. I was thinking of doing my grandma's birthday. I was thinking about that, but my mom's birthday is like 4 days off from my grandma's, and it was always like a big, like a thing where my grandma said my mom was her present, which is crazy, but that is her only daughter and her oldest child. And my grandma loves her family, so she actually like meant it. Me personally would be kind of pissed to get birth like 4 days before my birthday, but that's just me, or 5 days before my birthday. But I also don't want to give birth in general, so that's probably why. But yeah, so I love this design. I do wish it was bigger, but at the same time I didn't want it to warp. And this was like the apprentice that did it, printed out in like 3 different sizes, and this was the largest. So I just picked the largest, but maybe I should have been like even bigger, because I said 2 by 2 inches. Is this not 2 by 2 inches? Yeah, that's literally 2 by 2. I thought she would be bigger, but that's fine. I'm just like kind of like, does she look funny being small? I don't know. I'm obsessed with her though. This is about the size that she is on the card and on the pillowcase, so it was kind of realistic to be this size anyway. Anyway, that's honestly like my biggest, any of my regrets with tattoos would be like, I wish I made this bigger, or I wish I changed the placement a little bit, not the actual concept or the design or the tattoo itself, just like small like placement things that I'm like, I could have done this differently, but it is what it is. And I still like my tattoos, so. Alright, and then my snake. like straight when I have my hand down, but any other angle it's like warped. But she spent a long time on this one because I was really specific. I was like, I know I wanted to have a S kind of shape, and I wanted to have a loop. And I don't want it to look weird as fuck. Because some snakes, I hate the way people do the anatomy, but I really like the way she did this one. And I specifically wanted the little line from the tail to the head. And I wanted the little, like, almost whiskers that, like, dragons have in, like, Chinese, in, like, Chinese culture. And I wanted that on the snake. I didn't want it to just have a forked tongue. I wanted it to, like, frame the head. But yeah, just a little specific about how I wanted my snake, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. It's mainly modeled after a garter snake, which I used to have a little pet garter snake. I love it. I love that. Garter snakes and little horned toads are just like, there was a lot of them at the camp I worked at, and just like growing up, I loved them. I also liked those little lizards. I don't remember what they're called. It's a very specific species of lizard that I would see like everywhere. Anyway, I hope that doesn't give away where I live. I don't think it does. I think they're in other states as well. But yeah, my garter snake I named him Ramen, so it's basically my little garter snake. But I always wanted a snake tattoo. I used to draw them all the time. I contemplated getting like a little one on my finger, but no, I like the big tattoos. I don't think I could ever do little finger ones. They're just too small for me. I did think about doing him onto my hand, like having his head here, but I decided no hand tattoos. I want to be able to wear long sleeves and like a mock neck, not necessarily turtleneck, but like a high neck shirt, and no one know I have tattoos, so that means no like upper neck tattoos. I don't think I might do something small behind my ear in the future. I could see myself doing an initial or a little flower or something with a friend, but that would just be for funsies. It's not a part of my tattoo plan. But yeah. So there's my tattoo deeds, so that I can stop rambling about them in other videos. You've got this one. Oh, I think this one was the one that was like $280 actually, because it was like an hour and a half. I don't remember. I think it was like an hour and a half. And this one was $100. Yeah. I think they were going to charge me a little more, but they told me $100 as the quote when I told them I wanted a 2x2 tattoo. And then when they printed it out, they're like, this is bigger than I thought. And I was like, really? But they did it for $100. They were an apprentice at the time, so I'm sure they charge more now for a tattoo that size, but they did a good job. I wasn't worried. I mean, I wasn't getting a custom design or having them make me design. I was having them do something that I was sending them. So I wasn't like worried about finding or having like this, like this tattoo artist who's really talented and makes her own designs. Really intricate designs, I should say. Because the apprentice does also make their own little flashes, and they're really cute. They do the creepy cute vibe, which I love. I just don't have any plans for that kind of tattoos yet. So yeah, let's see. I have this little notebook that I've been writing, this is a sketchbook. I've been like sketching some tattoos that I want. There's barely anything in here, by the way. I just decided this would be my tattoo book. I also made the little collage because it just looked like this on the front, and I wanted it to be cute. I need to get like clear wrap so that this doesn't get fucked up. But I also have some cute stickers in here. Those are the stickers I get when I make orders from that Sushi Glow small business that I get my lip tint from. I hope they still do those because I want more. But I'll let you guys see that you guys really recognize these scissors from Pinterest. This is a really I did this in 5 minutes, don't judge it. I want to get like a fancy pair of scissors. And I'm thinking, I want it open though. Like I want the handles to be like on either side of my elbow. And then just like opened like this, I think. That way I still have this space for something else. Maybe a quote or something. I'm not sure yet. Or like a rose stem and like, I don't know. I have all this space here too. I don't know what I want to do. You guys can be like, this is such a weird angle. So something like right here. And then also I have a line. And then I have like all this space. Like this entire fucking forearm space. I don't know. I want to fill it though. The idea for this arm is very like nature. I was like kind of thinking of spider lilies, but I think I might want to do that on my hip. Or because I know on my Japanese traditional sleeve I want to do cherry blossoms and peonies, and there's gonna be koi fish and water and clouds and like maybe a fancy fan and just some other like traditional Japanese elements. And I do also want clouds and stars on my chest. I do love not even just spider lilies, but lilies. I was kind of doodling a lily from one of my flower books. And I'm like, ooh, lilies would be really cute. Maybe just like one on my shoulder. Or I would want more than one. But I could also just do lilies on my hip and make it a whole floral piece. I don't know. Lilies are definitely probably one of my favorite flowers. There's a lot of different kinds. There's lily of the valley, which is my birth flower. I love a spider lily. I love just like a Washington lily, like just your stereotypical pretty lily. Like they come in different colors. I'm gonna have it all black and gray anyway, so it doesn't matter to me. Hi, Oliver. I'm sorry, it's Jasper, not Oliver. I don't know. I really don't know. But I know that I want this sleeve to be nature. I just don't know if I want to do more plants on this arm or not. Because I have the pothos. I'm like, should I stick to critters? Because I have a butterfly and a snake. So I could do like a mantis, a spider, just some other things on this arm. And obviously Japanese traditional. My back, I want planetary symbols down my spine. On my left leg, I'm thinking of more of a Victorian medieval style. I want a sword down the back of my leg, or like a rapier. I want to do like a lace garter. I want to do those little lace bow bugs on my thigh. I have a quote that I've been wanting on my leg. Anyway, up my ankle. And so I'm like, if I kind of have Japanese nature, I want to say coquette, but you know, that like lace sword vibe. Hi Oliver, both my cats are in here. Then I'm thinking maybe I want to do my cutesy creepy tattoos on my right leg, because I want to do like a rag doll. I want to do the two-headed calf. I love that poem, the two-headed calf. Or maybe I should do that on this arm. But my thing is, so far everything is size-wise matches. Pothos get huge, by the way. They crawl up trees in the Amazon. So pothos can be any size. So, some wild ones have leaves the size of people. So, and this is a pretty realistic sized butterfly. And this is a pretty realistic sized garter snake. Maybe he's a little fat. For his length, but you could argue that he's scrunched up. So I'm like, size-wise, they're matching. So, but if I got like a calf or something, that would not match the size of my other tattoos. Maybe I should stick to like spiders and stuff. I don't know. And flowers, I don't know. But yeah, I do want to do the scissors though, but I'm kind of wondering if maybe that's a waste of space. If it won't fill up this area as much as I would want it to. So I don't know where I want the scissors. Obviously, I have a dagger. I want to get a dagger and a litter moth on my sternum. So I've got a sword I want on my leg, a dagger on my sternum. So where the fuck do I put the scissors? Because it's not going to be on my right arm. I don't know. You guys can help me with that. I know I want. Let's see. I put some of my. Yeah, I just kind of jotted down some of those ideas I told you guys. I also have a list of some of my tattoos in this book. I've been making lists for like forever. Oh, by the way, update. Jasper and Oliver get along fine now. They've both been sleeping in my room all week. They do get into little scuffles. I feel bad Oliver has like a little scratch, like right here on his nose. That was definitely from Jasper. Don't claw that. So they're not perfect. But they're doing really good for the most part. Play fighting, I think, is pretty normal for cats. Although they don't really play fight Oliver, he still gets pissed off and hisses at him, but they'll lay down pretty much next to each other. They won't cuddle, they won't groom each other, but they'll groom themselves like a foot away from each other, so they're pretty fucking chill. They'll use the same litter boxes. Jasper will immediately go for Oliver's food though, so feeding them is kind of annoying because I have to guard Oliver's bowl. Boo-boo. Anyway. Oh yeah, so I didn't make a list. I know, yeah, I want spider lilies, I want to do orchids, peonies, cherry blossoms, lily of the valley, roses. Just like some flowers I definitely know I want at some point, somewhere. Oh, I was gonna have my butterfly, my snake. I want to get a beetle. I'm thinking of doing a beetle. Same vibe as this, same size, but on the back, and then my dad's birthday in Roman numerals. I want my litter moth. Yeah, I don't want to do spider, I want to do mantis. A couple different critters I want to do. I want to get a bunny. I know I want to do a bunny with like the lucky foot, like kind of fucked up. I want to do a lamb, but I want to do kind of not gory, but like I want it to be like a sacrificial lamb. I like the creepy cute. Like I said, I don't want it to just be the animal. I want to get a swan. I want to get a heron or like a crane. It's hard to decide where I want those. No, a crane would be gorgeous. I want to do the scissors. I do want to do like a sewing needle. I want to do some inspired by some of my favorite shows. Like I want to do a grief seed from like Madoka Magica. Ooh, I do want to do an anatomical heart. Something fell over downstairs. Like just an anatomical heart tattoo. That could be cut on the back of my arm. Does that go with the nature vibe? I don't know, but I feel like it could fit right here. You know, like anatomical heart and then like lilies on the back of this arm. I don't know. What am I thinking of? Oh, I want a gothic window. You know, like those circular ones that have the gorgeous patterns. I don't know where I want it. Originally I was thinking maybe here, but I don't want something circular here. I want something to be a little more either oval-like or just long. illustrative sun and moon. I low-key really want to get the moon from Soul Eater, another anime that I love. But yeah, I'm just kind of like, I have realistic tattoos and I'm really debating getting into the cartoony ones. I don't know. But if I did cutesy, you know, I'd want like a cherub. I'd want the Kit Kat clock. I love that clock. I don't know. I'd want like Mima from Perfect Blue. Like I'd want an anime girl, a 90s one that I'm obsessed with. Maybe a Sailor Moon one. Like, I mean, I'm already doing the planetary symbols though. A Junji Ito. Like either the girl from Uzumaki or Tomie. Like, yeah, and then I have some quotes that I want. Backwards and in high heels is the quote I want on my ankle. Strawberry Fields Forever is one of my favorite songs, so I kind of wanted that phrase. Nothing gold can stay is one of my favorite phrases. I would want nothing gold can stay somewhere. Oh, cut myself on angel's hair and baby's breath. Favorite line from my favorite Nirvana song. Also favorite album, I Love in Utero. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. That was mine and my mom's song. I loved that one. Low-key, I saw someone get the lyrics down their arm, and I've always kind of thought about getting You'll Never Know, dear, how much I love you, just like down the top. Maybe that would be cute to do here. See you, Space Cowboy. I love Cowboy Bebop. One of my favorites. And then just like little words, like I think baby doll is such a cute word. That's such a small script tattoo though. I don't know if I'd ever do that. Maybe with another tattoo. That'd have to be with the cutesy ones. Honeymoon, another one of my favorites. Always. I love the phrase always. I used to write that word over and over and over again in cursive. I would want the initial M. That's my mom's initial. It also used to be an ex-partner's initial, which is why I liked it so much. My like first girlfriends. Obviously we're not together anymore, so but I still do just love an initial tattoo. Hit my pretty red heart in two. That's actually a Sylvia Plath quote. Ooh, that could be cut with an anatomical heart. I think I'll miss you forever, like the stars miss the sun in the morning sky. My favorite Lana Del Rey lyric. I used to have so many on here. Nothing gold can stay is one that she also uses a lot, but it's a Robert Frost quote. Wait. Was it Robert Frost or was it? I'm thinking of Into the Rose Garden, which is a different guy's quote. Why am I blanking on his name? I want to say Morton. I don't think that's right. Just ignore that. I get brain farts. I forget like people's birthdays, people's middle names all the time. So, but I think I'll miss you forever. Like, that's just such a gorgeous one. Like that one. I think when my grandma died, I actually put that quote on the post I made with my favorite picture of her, which I have on my desk. I just love that quote so much. That's another one I think I would put down my arm. Also just the fact that, you know, it has the stars, you know, imagery in it, and I'm an astronomy girl, so I don't know. I really don't know. You guys let me know based off of my ideas where you think I should get them. And that sort of vibe, I guess. Let me know your tattoo ideas as well. But yeah, obviously I'm planning on being pretty heavily tattooed. I've got ideas for both my arms, one of my legs so far, my chest, like sternum, even like my actual chest and my back. So pretty good amount. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. The tattoos I have so far are like, they're pretty common. Like I see girls with like snake, butterfly, and like vine tattoos all the time. I remember being at the mall and I saw like a group like 2 or 3 girls, and 2 of them had they had the vine, they had a snake. I think they had like flowers. I don't think they had butterflies, but I was like, those are literally my concepts. But they obviously don't have the exact same ones I do, because my tattoos are either like my vine and my snake, custom art, or a very particular pattern that I had specifically done. And obviously they don't have my Roman numerals or my grandma's handwriting. So I do love ideas that are like a timeless concept. Like, they're a traditional one. A lot of people have them because they're just iconic. Like, people like them because they're good tattoos, they're good ideas. But I like having it be unique, you know, not just something you got off Pinterest, but having your artist draw in their style. Find someone with a style you like, have them draw it for you. I always recommend that, because you also don't know if the people on Pinterest, like, a lot of the time they want to be credited. A lot of the time it's other tattoo artists who make those designs for their flash, and they would like you to purchase the design from them before you get it tattooed, or they only want you to get it tattooed from them. But with Pinterest, designs get stolen, and it's like you don't even know who originally made the design. So it just kind of sucks, because you don't want to be like an art thief, you know. I don't know, but anyway, I know it's like a super common thing. Oh, my cat has the zooms. Alright, I'm gonna wrap this video up. Sorry, it ended up being more yapping than skin sounds like I meant for it to be. I just couldn't like hear the sounds personally, so it was hard for me to remember to keep doing them. But I'll definitely do like a whole skin sounds video at some point if you guys really, really want it. I was also going to talk about my piercings, and then like I never did. But also, I only have 3 on the bottom, 3 on the top, and then 1 over here, tragus. So maybe I'll talk about my piercings, pain and heal time, after I've gotten my industrial on this side, because then I'll have 6 on each. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Do you want to say hi to Jasper? Oh, he just jumped on the bed behind me. Come here. See if I can get him. Jasper, say hi. Say hi. Say hi. He'll let out a little whine when he's upset, so let's see if he'll... Will you say hi? Say hi. Yeah, this is my other bye-bye. The menace. He's definitely not 6. I think the shelter lied. I think he's like 3. Go ahead, you can go. He's very energetic. He also smells a lot more than older cats usually do, and his coat is a lot silkier. Yeah, and then plus he's like more energetic. He doesn't understand other cats' social cues. I'm like, he's definitely not as mature as Oliver is. Oliver is a 6-year-old cat. He's definitely like prepubescent, or he's like a teenager, not an adult. Alright, I'm gonna wrap this video up. Good night. Good night, good night. I hope this was a video you guys were able to relax or sleep to. And yeah, I'll be doing more like trigger focused videos in the future, so that you guys don't have just rambles.